Yadira, are you good? You think you're pretty good at picking out what the words are, the vocabulary words are? Let's start because white level being that notice, and then acquire. And I wonder, and how's her noticing?
That's fine.
Okay, good. It's just about using sentence level context clues then, I guess. Okay. Well, let's do some together, and then if we can co-lead.
All right, you want to grab a white level book out of there?
Dear Miss
Animal needs. Animal needs. All animals need certain things to live. All animals need air, food, water, shelter. Animals have different ways to meet their needs. Their bodies have parts to help them to breathe and to get water and food. Animals need places that give them shelter from cool winds or hot sunshine. Some animals need shelter.
What are the words that I wouldn't use when I talk? And I want to see if you can find at least one on these 2 pages.
Sunshine.
Okay, what does sunshine mean?
The sun is shining.
Great, let's pick another. I was wondering about... Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking too. What does shelter mean?
Home.
Did you already know what that meant? Good, so it's just a matter of noticing them. Some you're going to already know, and some you'll need to figure out. Okay, so let's keep reading.
Animals need air. Animals need oxygen from the air. Oxygen is a gas in air and water. Animals have different ways to take in oxygen. Many animals that live on the land have lungs to help them.
Can we read this one together and see if we notice different kinds of vocabulary? I'm thinking more about it's a balance of because the academic vocabulary and information.
A lot of that we teach explicitly because it's units for science. Yeah.
Right. So I'm wondering about the nuanced literary vocabulary. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this one. Okay.
On Sunday in springtime, McWhopper arose from his Central Park parasol nest. He straightened his whiskers and
words that we don't use when we talk.
Carousel nest.
Great. Carousel nest.
Carousel nest.
That's a specific place, so I want to focus on words that aren't specific places.
Springtime.
Okay, what's that mean?
It's time for spring.
In the springtime. Another one? There's a bunch in here.
McWhopper.
Okay, that's his name. Let's not focus on specific places or names.
Arose.
Okay.
Like he woke up.
Good. How did you know that? How did you do that?
On Sunday, springtime, McWhopper arose. Like he woke up. Then it says from his Central Park.
Okay. So you got kind of the idea that he was getting up or moving. Okay. Is there anything else?
Polished.
Okay.
Fixed. Fixed his nose.
How'd you figure that out?
Whiskers and polished his nose. He straightened.
Okay. So how did you know it might be fixed?
Because he straightened and polished his whiskers. He straightened his whiskers and his nose, so if you took out that word, it's the same thing.
Great. What was the last white chapter book that you read?
The last white chapter book was Stanley and the Flying Carpet.
I wonder if you need to focus on reading as many white chapter books as possible. Because I notice in here when I look at the books that you've chosen, you have a lot of variety, in color levels and in types of books. And I wonder if focusing, because you have the strategies to figure out words, right? I mean, like you said, she's good at noticing, she's good at talking it out in terms of how she might use the clues that she has. And I'm wondering about stamina, about not necessarily stamina in the sense of how long can I read without stopping, but stamina have I read enough of the right kind of books? And I wondered, because of the variety here, if we can help her choose
Yeah.
like get a really good chapter book habit in there, because she's got a lot of strategies. It's just a matter of being exposed, I think. Why don't you go take a look at, we might get another conference started, but in the meantime, why don't you go see if you can get two white chapter books that you want to read, that look interesting and cool, and okay?
Right now?
Yeah, right now. Okay? And then, so that's going to be your power goal, is to read a white level chapter book from beginning to end. When do you think you can do that by?
Right now.
You can pick it out now. When do you think you might finish it?
Like in 2 days.
Sometime early next week, right? I think so. Okay, so why don't you go see that, and then check in with us. Just show us the books that you chose. Okay.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, because I noticed, like, you know, when we were like kind of assessing to see what the point of entry was, she's really good at, like you said, like,
Yeah.
not just like noticing. As soon as we went into literature, like they were all over the place, right? And she paired up those straightened and polished, and she, yeah. I think if we focus her on becoming a voracious chapter book reader, it might help, especially in literature.